I don't blame you because you want to use it when it's time to use it. Now, there's other ones that, like, I don't know why they call these love handles. I call them hay handles because I put it right. I put it right here in the hay handle. You know,
Uh-huh.
the victory one, which is the orange one. You know, that one increases sports performance. So
Right.
the Liberty patch, you saw how your strength level went through the roof and your balance. That was.
Yeah.
But when you combine it with the victory patch, now all of a sudden you can bend your knees a lot deeper, and that's why you was able to do the stances. And it's funny, right before that you said I can't do the stances, and then after it,
I was like, forget it, man. I couldn't believe it.
there's a
So
video.
let's see, I'm gonna do here, do there, and give it a good shot and see, what real good effects I have. Cause I'm bone on bone, so I've been needing surgery for a couple of years already. And I just keep trying to avoid it.
Well, okay. So there's another thing that I'm gonna be sharing with people. That I'm gonna be a distributor of. My friend does this. Bone on bone can get repaired in a year's time by having sea moss. And we're going to be selling people sea moss with different herbs inside of it too, because the sea moss
Yeah,
actually repairs it, believe it or not.
I started taking CMOS.
Yeah. So the way the reason I'm going to be using this one in particular is because my friend, I mean, he has over 1,000 clients, so he sells all over
Uh-huh.
the world, but he has it mixed with different herbs and it's in pill forms, tablets, plus he does the regular sea moss. But
Right.
I respect him because at 61 years old, he's still performing like a teenager. So that's important. So I'm looking at getting as many things as possible. Okay, some people won't take the CMOS. They'll put a patch on. They won't take a pill. They'll put a patch on. They won't drink.
Yeah.
They won't drink this. They put a patch on. They won't stop eating that. They'll put a patch on. So the patches
Yeah.
it makes it a little more doable for the average person. So even though it sounds impossible, it sounds like a lie. It's insane. How freaky?
Yeah.
How freaky was it to you?
Freaky. Very freaky, man. It had me bugging out. Bugging out.
In a good way, right?
In a good way. In the best way I could possibly think.
And that's the whole thing. There's no medicine. There's no drugs in it, so it's completely non-invasive. If anyone's taken previous things, but like I'm not sure which one has helped with the high blood pressure too, because it might be a combination of the ones that I already have. Like right now, I got the foundation to everything is Liberty. That's the legs.
Right.
That's the
Right.
foundation. So the Liberty is the fountain. They call it the Fountain of Youth patch, and I'm like, what? That's the name of my tournament circuit and the tour.
Right.
I was like, wow, you can't make that up. So now I'm officially making it where the Unified Martial Arts Network, UMAN, the OGs approve of Super Patch as being one of
Uh-huh.
the products that people can use. So my goal, can you imagine what happens in February now?
I know. Everybody's gonna be on it. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. And they'll be able to be better. They'll be able to
Yeah.
be better. And
Yeah.
so you take a thing like, let's say a year from now, you actually have cartilage and you don't even need an operation. That's in itself is like phenomenal. That's CMOS, right? Now,
Yeah.
if you're able to also move more with less pain or no pain, that means you're developing more muscles on top of that, which will
Exactly.
help you offset it even more.
It does. It does. Yeah.
So that's the way you reverse time, by going back to better health and fitness,
Exactly.
you know? But I just wanted to call you because I saw you so excited, and it's almost like a mini documentary what you did. Even when you went down the stairs, and again, this wasn't no prearranged thing. You see, I came out of left field, and before you,
Exactly. No, that's how I felt after you put the patch on. I was like, I feel so awesome, and I hope that the video helps other people to at least give it a shot, you know?
that
So that's what it's all about.
and that's what I love about this, because it's not like you have to take it for weeks or months, and for whatever it's worth, it's freaking affordable. I mean, let's keep it real. It comes down at the high end. At the most you're gonna pay is $2.14 a patch. Are you kidding me? For 24 hours? You know, that's if it works, it's priceless to begin with. But they made it affordable. And if you do the auto ship, it comes out to $45. That's $1.60 a patch. You know, so you know, and it sounds funny. The other day, I gave it one of the guys that bought a package. He sold one of the patches to somebody for $7, and the guy was happy because he's like, man, it's making me feel. Yeah, he was working, so the guy was working and doing maintenance in the building. He said, no, ahora puedo trabajar más rápido. He kept going up and down the stairs, and that's really what I mean. Can you imagine that?
Know. We all have a purpose for and our needs, and if the patch gives us the realization that that we can do better than what we've been doing, then by all means go with it.
See that, but that's the thing that like I said to you, I said this to a bunch of people, and I don't have to blow smoke up anyone's butt. I'm a straight shooter just like you and everybody else. Anyone who competes is a hero for me. They're my heroes because the amount of excuses that I've heard throughout the years that people have, and I'm saying I got people with 4th stage cancer. I had 7 people with cancer in that tournament alone that I knew of, not counting how much high blood pressure and diabetes and in your case strokes. Between you and Mel, that's 9 strokes between both of you guys. Did you see his video when he had the walker and he's throwing his kicks and everything?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. This guy, his whole body locked up, and now even his speech pattern sounded better.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, because being able, people keep telling me that I had a great idea about this OG thing. I'm thinking, well, I don't know if it was a great idea. To me, it was more like the right thing to do. Like, how dare they forget about us? And I get insulted to think. I mean, they kicked us to the curb. And like, what the heck's wrong? Like, my friend just won the Diamond Nationals, 50 and above division. And his grand championship was $200. I'm like, I gave away $500. And I'm not no Diamond Nationals. And like, this is it's ridiculous. And even though we know that the motivation to compete is not the money, I completely understand that. But in my case, I used it as a profession. So I was used to getting paid to play. I go and I perform. I go to a tournament and people talk about that tournament, and I was there doing my thing as a show. So I do my part. The promoters, they do their part, and everybody should be able to win. But they never promoted me. They promoted the tournament. Well, I'm doing these songs, as you know. So now these superheroes have their own theme songs. Now, what happens when we take the clips of you doing things with your song? That means you have your own music video now. Excuse me? My instructor has her own song, and she has her own music video. And look at her at 72 now, meaning next year, compared to what she was at 71, and she's getting better. So my whole thing I always ask people is, what would Jack LaLanne do at your age?
I know. I remember. You remember Jack LaLanne, huh?
Yes. What would Jack LaLanne do at your age?
No one knows who Jack LaLanne is now unless you're of a certain age.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Everybody knows what jumping jacks are, and jumping jack was invented by Jack LaLanne.
Yep.
And it was him. I think he had like the original Rex suit because he had the polyester suits, a chair, and a dog, and he was singing.
Yep.
6 o'clock in the morning. So all I'm trying to do is inspire people. I've always inspired people, they say, but they didn't have anywhere they could play. So if I inspire someone, but now they're going somewhere where they don't get respected, that's not a good thing. And the UMAN OG tournaments, the older you are, the more we respect you. And that's probably the craziest thing. You know that the average age in competition that day was 65?
That's what it was,
Average age. The oldest was 85. And the youngest was 35. The smallest division was the 35-year-old. There was only 2 of them. And there was more in the 70 and above for the men fighting. I should say that for the men's competition.
Yeah.
And,
yes.
Yeah. So That in itself is impossible. It's impossible. But we were all part of the impossible.
Yes, we were.
I mean, only.
Sensei,
Yes.
tengo que irme. I have to go.
Enjoy your day. I appreciate you.
Continue this, okay?
God bless you.
I appreciate you.
I love you. Bye bye. AB, see ya.
Okay, love you too.
Us one. Bye bye.
Okay, see ya. All right.
All right. Us one.